I just finished 007 First Light and I got some thoughts. Let's get the good out of the way first. First things first, the game was absolutely sublime, amazing, outstanding. I loved 007 First Light. It was really good. And in particular, I loved the last two chapters, missions, whatever you want to call them. The last two really felt like James Bond to me, and that's what I love. You know, all might view James Bond, might view 007 differently to me. But when I started being a 007 fan was 007 Nightfire. So the Antarctic mission, the snowy mission, it really threw me back to that snowy mission in 007 Nightfire, and I loved it. Now that I've gotten the good out of the way, now that I've glazed 007, I have two things to say, and they're not complaints. One is a question, and the other one's just a personal opinion of mine. Just gonna repeat myself quickly, this is just a question and not a complaint. I am solely just curious and want to know. But out of all the recruits, we know they all passed away, other than Bond, Cressida, and I think Nash was his name. We know what happened to Bond, we know what happened to Cressida. Is there any news? Was there any news at any point in the game that I missed as to what happened to Nash? Let me know. When they showed the slideshow of all the recruits and what happened to them, I'm pretty sure they said that Nash was missing. So I was assuming he'd come back in the story at some point, not in a major role, not as a villain, just come back at some point, but we never heard from him again. And finally, this is my personal opinion. It could be seen as a complaint, but I love the game regardless, so who cares? But in my opinion, for me, when I'm watching a 007 movie or I'm playing a 007 game, I think they have the greatest theme song of all time. I want to hear it non-stop. I want it to be in every action scene, every chase. I want to hear it, but we didn't hear it anywhere near enough. And I know the justification for it. This is where I might seem unreasonable. I know the justification is this game was the making of 007, so it wouldn't really make sense to use the 007 theme. It doesn't really make sense. I get that. But for me, when I'm watching or playing 007, I just need to hear that music. They used it in little tiny bits and bobs, but I needed it more.